In the dead of night, a targeted drone slips past air defenses and impacts a sprawling industrial complex, sending a massive fireball into the sky. That explosion lit up the Grushovaya oil depot in Novorossiysk, a behemoth holding over 1.2 million cubic meters within these massive cylindrical tanks. It is the primary node for Russian logistics in the Caucasus, single-handedly handling 12% of the nation's entire maritime oil exports. This single hub functions as a primary source of revenue, the hard currency required to pay for the continuous equipment and personnel costs of a sustained invasion. By putting Grushovaya in its sights, Ukraine is targeting the specific logistical link, the exact link that turns crude oil into the cash and fuel required to keep the Russian military moving forward. On the night of June 8th, Ukrainian forces launched a swarm of domestically produced drones that flew low and completely bypassed the area's air defenses. The impact was extensive. Military reports confirm that successive strikes have now successfully destroyed or damaged up to 15 storage tanks at this site. The inland Grushovaya depot connects to coastal export berths through a 12-kilometer mountain tunnel. Oil is stored inland, but tankers load at the coast. Destroying these inland tanks creates an immediate bottleneck. Oil literally cannot reach the ships. This paralysis stops the port from loading its regular shipments, instantly halting the flow of both export oil and import time revenue. This isn't an isolated incident. Ukraine has expanded this aerial campaign to target major refineries deep within Russian territory, including facilities in Ryazan and Volgograd. Over just a few months of concentrated strikes, this campaign has successfully knocked out roughly a quarter of Russia's total oil refining capacity. The result is a domestic fuel crunch. The loss of refining power is causing acute shortages of gasoline and diesel for civilians in several regions. In occupied Crimea, the situation has led to strict rationing. Authorities have turned to digital QR code fuel coupons that are often claimed by residents within seconds of being released. By focusing on these infrastructure nodes, Ukraine has forced a global energy superpower to struggle with the basic task of fueling its own citizens. This creates an economic paradox for the Kremlin. To solve the domestic shortage and keep the country running, they have to drastically reduce their most profitable crude oil exports. Hundreds of thousands of barrels that were intended for the global market are now being redirected back into domestic refineries to meet seasonal demand and keep the war machine functioning. This chart shows how the geography of Russian trade has been forced to change. With Western ports under pressure, exports have shifted dramatically toward Asia and Oceania, which now receive over 60% of Russia's crude. This map illustrates the physical constraints of that shift. Russia is now increasingly reliant on specific eastern pipeline routes like the ISPO, even as its western export flexibility is systematically stripped away by drone strikes. Ukraine is achieving this by leveraging advanced unmanned systems over 1,000 kilometers away, degrading the logistics of the invasion without a direct ground assault on these sites. The smoke rising over Novorossiysk suggests that, for Ukraine, the path to stalling the invasion runs directly through the critical physical infrastructure that powers the Russian economy.